Picture this. You're sitting in one of the most beautiful hotel rooms imaginable, with highest class room service, food and drinks at your disposal, all while crossing the ocean at unbelievable speeds. Well, you don't need to imagine such things anymore, as there are airplane seats that offer comfort and luxury on unimaginable levels. And thanks to them, first-class airplane seats became more luxurious than ever. So buckle up and get ready for takeoff as we take a peek at 3 of the most expensive first-class airplane seats in the world. Be sure to stick around until the end as we've prepared an airplane suite that isn't as expensive as the others on the list, while offering similar levels of luxury. First up, the Emirates Airbus A380 and Boeing 777 First Class. The Airbus A380 is the biggest commercial jet of all time, closely followed by the equally humongous Boeing 777, which, although narrower and with a smaller wingspan than the A380, is currently the longest plane in existence. It's evident then why Emirates chose these two as their go-to jets for traveling in the highest levels of luxury, and their first-class seat offers exactly that. In fact, calling it a seat would undersell it, as this is literally a hotel room in the sky. When inside, you'll be met with one of the most comfortable seats that you've ever seen or experienced that is completely adjustable to your preference. Apart from the fabulous high-quality seats, your own personal cabin will be literally insulated with high-quality wood panels that are elegantly complemented with the inclusion of precious metals all around you. You'll have an entertainment touchscreen at your disposal too, so that you can watch movies, YouTube, or simply listen to some relaxing music. The touchscreen is equipped with exclusive Saffiano leather padded Bowers & Wilkins headphones. This screen also doubles as a communication tool between you and the crew, so that you can effortlessly order the finest wining and dining available at 5,000 meters above the sea level. You'll also have a temperature and lighting control unit which will allow you to decide your preferred temperature, while also being able to choose the color and intensity of the lights found in your cabin, so that you can literally be fully in control over your own piece of heaven. You also have your very own writing deck in case you need to write down an emergency check for your Wagyu steak, and a well-equipped minibar if you need an emergency drink. Just, try not to get blackout drunk. The cabin isn't fitted with an emergency room. Finally, for the ladies out there, you'll also have a makeup table that's equipped with all kinds of Barretto products so that you can effortlessly start your day feeling refreshed and renewed. Oh, and be sure to leave your jacket and shoes in the wardrobe that's been made available to you. You wouldn't want to spend 15 hours trapped in some tight clothing, would you? And while speaking of spending, you'll have to ready a hefty sum of around $32,000 for a trip from Los Angeles to Dubai. Unfortunately for Emirates, there is a plane seat that is far more sophisticated than what they can offer, and that's the Singapore Airlines Suite. Unlike the Emirates first-class seat, which is technically a luxurious private cabin for your regular plane seat, the Singapore Airlines Suite is a literal apartment in the skies. Singapore Airlines are widely known as the first airline company that offered a privately enclosed plane seat, which they introduced 15 years ago, way back in 2008. And the one we're talking about today is just a technological evolution of the first one. This fantastic suite consists of 2 seats, both of which can be folded down into a large double bed, so you'll be able to have some intimate time with your partner. And don't worry, you won't need to make the bed yourself, as whenever you're ready for bed, the staff will come in and make it for you. Just be sure to order something to eat and drink, like a lobster fennel salad and a bottle of Moet champagne. Oh, and if you and your partner would like to entertain yourself while in bed, not like that, silly. Don't worry, as there are 2 27-inch TV screens in front of the bed, so you won't need to compromise even if you don't want to watch the same movie. And if you're a career criminal that has just robbed the Federal Reserve of New York and is in a dire need of running away with all the gold and money in your suitcases, be sure to book this flight, as your luggage won't be weighed nor checked. Just know that no matter how much you weigh, you'll still be at least $40,000 lighter, as that's how much a flight from New York to Singapore will cost you. Unfortunately, as good as the Singapore Airlines Suite is, it'll never be a match to our next entry, the Etihad Airways The Residence. Honestly, just saying the name makes you feel powerful and important. The Residence isn't just an airplane seat, it's a whole experience. For starters, if you decide to buy the Residence ticket, you'll have your own private chauffeur that'll take you from your home to the airport. Isn't that something, huh? Next up, before you even board the plane, you'll be treated as a king at the Etihad First Class Lounge that's located in the Abu Dhabi International Airport. This lounge features everything you could possibly imagine, from food that has been prepared by world-class chefs, extremely expensive and rare drinks, and, believe it or not, even a fitness room. You'll be flying for the next 15 or so hours, so it's best to stay in shape, right? The plane you'll be flying with is an Airbus A380, just like the one the Emirates uses. However, unlike the cabins found in the Emirates and Singapore Airlines one, which have been compared to a hotel room and a hotel suite respectively, you'll be surprised to know that the Residence one is a literal hotel penthouse in terms of how humongous it is. It's 430 square feet, for God's sake. You'll have a living room and a bedroom that are fully separated. Who even needs a living room on a plane? Oh, and let's not forget about your own personal genie. Butler, that'll be assigned to you during the flight. Your wish is his command, so be sure to order whatever you like. And honestly, what could possibly be better than your own butler bringing you the food that the gods themselves would envy you for? Imagine laying in your bed, looking out the window, thousands of meters above other people, while drinking a glass of 20-year-old Dom Perignon and eating some delicious black caviar for breakfast. My God, I'm literally drooling while thinking of it. Oh, and when you're done, just close the gates to your little kingdom and go back to the comfort of your plush, queen-sized bed. Of course, not before you take a shower, as aside from the living room and bedroom, the Residence offers a private bathroom that's made available to everyone that decides to fly first class with Etihad Airways. However, flying with the best of the best comes at an extremely high price, as going from Abu Dhabi to New York will set you back a whopping $66,000, which is crazy money. You can literally buy a brand new Range Rover Velar for that money. That, therefore, leads us to the previously promised affordable special mention: Virgin Atlantic A330-900 Neo, the Retreat. While other luxury airlines focus on offering huge spaces and literal presidential suites to their customers, Virgin Atlantic decided that the best course for them is to actually downsize these cabins, and so they've recently unveiled their first mini first-class suite, which they've named Retreat. However, even though it's smaller than the other first-class cabins that other luxury airlines have to offer, it's still the largest one that the Virgin Atlantic's A330-900 Neo has to offer. These two suites offer 27-inch individual touchscreen entertainment screens, which are more akin to something you'd find in a living room instead of a plane. Not to mention that you also have 2 inches of additional legroom, compared to which makes the overall ambient even more comfortable than it already is. To top it all off, you have a world-class kitchen that serves extremely delicious food, so your trip will certainly have loads of tasty delights. Unfortunately, there are some problems with the Retreat, and the most notable one is actually the fact that, despite offering extended legroom compared to regular seats, it's still fairly cramped for a first-class lounge, as it is, after all, a mini suite. The other problem, which could be a deal-breaker for you, is the fact that you have no window access whatsoever, which means that you'll be hermetically enclosed during your entire trip. Honestly, who'd want to fly without having a view of the beautiful skies that surround you? The major reason why traveling with the Virgin Atlantic A330-900 Neo might not feel as upmarket as the other options on this list is the fact that there'll be other more common passengers around you, as apart from the 2 Retreat cabins, there are also 184 economy and 46 premium economy seats. However, all of these so-called flaws make up for a significantly lower price compared to the others on the list, as the price of traveling from London to Los Angeles will not cost you more than $22,000. Still fairly steep. However, we'd say that the added privacy and luxury makes the added premium definitely worth it if you have the money. There's no doubt that traveling by plane in utmost luxury is by far one of the best ways to travel in the world. Hell, planes are so efficient and fast that you might ask yourself, why are there other means of long-range transportation still available, such as trains? Well, we'd like to argue that trains offer a much different approach to traveling. And frankly, if it comes to sheer luxury, trains are simply far more luxurious than planes. And let's not forget that you'll be able to fully immerse yourself in the land you'll be traveling through, as you'll have access to the most beautiful landscapes by looking through the window. So if you'd like to learn more about the best among these trains, be sure to check out this video.